It looked like a fight in the middle of a nude academy, in the studio, in the atelier. Anna and I came running, called back by the screams, because someone was screaming. Mark Anton, the young man in the villa, screamed. He was naked. He was holding an iron bar. He was shouting at Domenico Vallaresso, the painter, with naked torso and half-drawn trousers. Domenico was holding a knife. The two contenders were ready to kill each other. On the other hand, Jan Jacob Manwinkel, the other painter, Domenico's companion in misfortune, was fighting against the other servant, Felix. Evidently, Felix and Mark Anton had been chosen as models for the artistic nude session, but the real purpose was completely different. With the excuse of a drawing essay, Domenico had enlisted the two stalwart wood splitters. Perhaps he and his accomplice always did this. They organized sexual approaches, masking them as a nude atelier. This time, however, it was different. The two muscular Austrian boys reacted violently to the advances. The situation had degenerated. It ended up in a fight. At that moment, Angelica Mankoff arrived in her dressing gown. "That's enough! Go away!" she shouted, but it was not possible for her two servants. The one on the ground, stronger than Joachim, freed himself from the grasp, wriggled, knocked his open out, and ran outside in the night. On the other side of the room, Domenico was threatening the other servant with his knife. He passed the knife from hand to hand. I intervened to disarm Domenico. I launched myself among the contenders. I felt the blade cut my shoulder. I no longer moved my left arm. Blood dripped down my sleeve. Domenico, determined to kill me, threw himself at me with the knife. And Anna saved my life at that point, dying in my place for love of me. In extreme sacrifice, she threw herself between me and the knife. The dagger sank in her chest. Anna died in my arms, almost without complaint. Within seconds, Anna closed her eyes and ended her short agony. Anna was living in silence. She who had a beautiful, so beautiful voice, she was dying for love of me. She had offered the body in sacrifice, a useful sacrifice. Domenico was for a moment confused, and in that moment the young painter was killed by Mark Anton with a blow on the head. Domenico's blood spilled on the floor. It mingled with Anna's blood right under the magical painting. At that moment, led by Angelica's terrified screams, Maestro Antonio Vivaldi came in.